Hi everyone. If you also suffer with seasonal depression and you just lose all your motivation, also if you're in a reading slump right now, I get you, girl. I get you so good. So this is why we're in our pajamas. It's in the middle of the night. It's not the middle of the night, it's like 9 p.m. Oh my god. To make an intro for this video that I filmed like over a week ago. We're talking like a couple weeks here. So if you didn't already know, this video is me getting out of my reading slump because Iron Flame put me in a reading slump. I'm sure you can relate if you also read Iron Flame. So it wasn't even just like it's not that I hated it. It's not that at all. It was just so huge and it felt like pulling teeth and I was a little bit disappointed by it. So it was a lot, and then I found myself not being able to read at all. So first book you'll see in this video is Wildfire. Then you will see Defy the Night and Defend the Dawn. This one comes first if you're wondering. And then Bridge Kingdom. And then I'll just go ahead and spoiler alert, I buy this at the end. I don't really talk about reading it because it was just like a clip that I had randomly, but just FYI, this put me back in a reading slump for a totally different reason, a way better reason. It was more of an emotional reading slump, if you will. But yeah, so these are the books featured in today's video. So if you want to see my thoughts, keep watching and I'll review them at the end in this exact outfit. Guys, look how cute it is! Wow. Here's my other one. I thought it was so cute. It's just like a gray hoodie. It just says, I put my book down to be here. I just thought it was perfect. It is a little like off center because we were just like testing out some stuff, but I'm honestly obsessed and I love this. Like, I do want to like experiment with making them a little wider, but at the same time I feel like on the sides of the sweatshirts you can never see anything anyway, so I kind of like the like phone screen like size for like a wallpaper. But literally all I did was went on Pinterest, and Pinterest has this thing called Shutterfly or something. I will put it on the screen so you know the name of it, and it's this thing where like you see collages on Pinterest and it'll have little like cutouts, and I'll like attach the wallpaper that I used, and yeah, you can just like stitch a bunch of things in here, and I'm so excited. I'll like point out everything later. Oh, the light just fell. But yeah, I love it though. I love just having like a bookish collage on my shirt, and it's just so cute. I'm obsessed with it. And it's like definitely small compared to like the whole thing, but I just like my sweatshirts big, and I obviously didn't want like this part to be like huge because if I ever like scrunch it up or like tuck it in or whatever, it would be like this. So I feel like it's like a pretty good size. Yeah. And I think that's what I want to do is like make everyone, like all my friends and stuff, like bookish sweatshirts. And I think it'd be really cute. So that's the plan. I do feel like that was just super fun, and it was like good bonding with my mom. And yeah, now I'm about to go over to Megan's next door, and we're gonna eat chili, and I'm gonna bring my book, and we're gonna keep reading Wildfire. Honestly, I think it's getting me out of my slump. Like, I'm really liking it so far. I just think it's fun, and I'm definitely kicking my feet. I love Russ. I have missed a good romance. Like, I haven't been in the mood for it, but I think I'm getting back into it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you how much it was.
Hi guys. I didn't really talk to you guys this morning, but like sometimes I feel like B-roll is enough, you know? I'm also trying to be really careful not to put my hand in the screen, so if you think that I'm being awkward, it's because I don't want to show you my broken finger. And I like took my wrapping off and everything, so I'm letting it breathe, but I'm like trying really hard not to show it to you, but I also like it's kind of killing me. Okay, I'll just have to keep it over here. I'm really sorry. I just like need the blood to like not rush to my finger. Anyway, I finished Wildfire today. I honestly really loved it. My rating would be like 4.5 out of 5.
I was going to say, like, I almost rated it lower, like, because I'm just usually, like, not into romance anymore, but I'm, like, honestly, for what it was, like, it was a really good romance. Like, I was very into the characters. I rooted for them. I felt attached to them. I like that it kind of gave more of that, like, self-growth thing as well, like, finding yourself and dealing with your problems, and, like, I definitely related to it a lot. I don't know. Yeah, I really liked it. I loved Russ. I thought he was to die for. I love that he was, like, shy, but he really, like, it just, he just, like, blossomed around, I can never remember anybody's name. Aurora. I love her name. We call her Rory. Y'all, I want a daughter and I want to name her Rory so bad. I can't. But I'm sure, like, a lot of people are gonna do that. I don't even care. It's so cute. But I loved their story. There was, like, almost a third act breakup, but it wasn't. So if you're one of those people that was like, that like hates those, don't worry. Like, for a second you're gonna be like, really? But then you're gonna be like, wait, this is okay. So I love that we're like straying away, because yeah, and I mean, like, it was definitely cheesy. Like, there were things in it that I was like, okay, like, she would be like, we're turning into miscommunicators, but I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, I get it, you're speaking my language, you know. But it was definitely like a little cringy. But we have finished this. I'm trying to keep my finger out of the way, I'm sorry. Now I think we're gonna start Defy the Night, because I just want, like, a good fantasy. Like, I really can't keep going with the romance. I just needed, like, a palate cleanser. It's just such a vibe, you know? And I've heard that this is, like, super, like, drama filled, and you just get, like, super, like, just engulfed in the story, and you're just, like, so emotionally invested. So I think I'm gonna start this, because I think I have high hopes for it. And also Lauren Roberts, who wrote Powerless, that is one of my favorite books, loves this. She gave it a 5 stars and she raved about it. So I feel like it's only necessary to read this. I'm so excited. And then I did go to Barnes today. I showed you guys, like, a little bit of a clip of it. I'm like, how did you get it out of the frame? So first I got the second book, which is Defend the Dawn, sorry. And then the third book actually comes out in January, so I think that's really good, because I usually would like to just binge it, but we're just gonna read the first book, see how I feel. If I feel like I want to move on to something else, and, like, I can always read this one before the new one comes out, we'll see how I'm feeling. And then I got Shatter Me. I don't know, it was impulsive of me, but I was like, I'm in a slump. What better time to, like, pick up something like this? Like, it seems very short and sweet. So, like, I kind of, like, on the fence. I'm like, do I want to read Defy the Night, or do I want to read Shatter Me? I don't know. But I don't know, because I just, like, I don't know if I want to enter this, like, huge, like, series, you know? But at the same time, it seems so, like, bingeable. So I don't know. Part of me just wants to, like, sample both of them and, like, see how I feel. I don't know. Good morning, everyone. It's another day of getting out of my reading slump. I think it's working so far. I think Wildfire really did, like, just, like, give me a little push, you know? I think good things. Anyway, I have yet to start Defy the Night. I just, like, I wanted to take a nap yesterday so I could stay up later last night and read more, but then I was like, I finished my book, and it was already, like, 9 o'clock once I, like, finished being on Instagram and stuff. Also, I literally want a giveaway from my friend. It's, like, I have to, like, tag her in this. I think it's Booked by Mick. Yeah, because she hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, and then she did a giveaway, and I was like, oh my god, go off. And I, like, followed her for a good while, but I just, like, entered it like anyone else would, and I've never won anything ever, and I'm so honored. And I just told her to send me a book, but then, like, it took me forever to, like, even think of options I don't have, because I feel like I have everything. Like, I'm in that one of those moods, which is fine, where I feel like there's nothing that I want to buy aside from, like, series that I haven't started, or, like, ones that I'm not sure about. Like, I just haven't seen any good reviews recently besides this one, that, like, I don't already own, you know? But yeah, we're gonna go downstairs and make some toast. I made my bed. It's like way sunnier today, so we love that. Like, it's actually pretty bright out. I got the Christmas tree up. We love that. Also, like, half of my garland died, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Like, only one half of it is, like, still lit up, which is really strange, but whatever. Hello. I've literally been reading all day. I decided to get the Kindle book because my finger was hurting with, like, holding the book and everything, which is funny that I say that because I burned this finger on my other hand and it kind of hurts. I'm literally just holding it on an ice pack right now, like, not right this second, but I'm so annoyed. But this book is so good, you guys. Like, I'm actually really enjoying it, and I think that this is curing my reading slump. So good. I think I just need Wildfire to, like, give me a cleanse, like, do a little romance, and just, like, be able to read again. But this book is, like, really doing it for me, and I'm so glad. But yeah, I'm only 51% through, so I probably won't even finish tonight because it's already past 8 o'clock. But I just wanted to come on and say I'm really, really liking it. Good morning, party people. I look like a hobo today because I just want to wear sweatpants and be comfy, and this jacket is like the coziest jacket on planet Earth, and it's freezing outside today. So yeah, me and Megan are gonna go run some errands. I need to sage my entire house. I feel like I have some bad juju or something, so I'm literally gonna go buy sage and we're gonna put it around everywhere. And then I'm still reading We Hunt the Flame. Oh my god, that is not at all what I'm reading. Defy the Night. I don't know what just came out of me. Maybe that's a sign I need to read it next. And I'm still really loving it, but I'm still reading it. And I have my Kindle in my bag ready to go. Yeah, and we're gonna go to Barnes, so I'm just gonna take you around with everything today. Another day of getting out of my reading slump. Of course, I'm getting out of my reading slump right before I go back into work for, like, ever. Got what we came here for. This is what we came here for.
But now we need more.
Good morning, everyone. I just needed to document that I made this. Let me get my finger out of the frame. But I made a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel today, and that made me feel really adult. So I just had to document that. We filmed a what to read this winter video. Oh my god, look at this. And now we're gonna go get Chick-fil-A because I'm very hungry. And then we're gonna eat Chick-fil-A, and then we're gonna keep reading. I read a little bit more this morning. So far, so good. Hello, friends. I feel like I haven't been talking to you guys because when I tell you, like, I'm getting out of reading something, like, all I've been doing is reading. And the sun is already going down because all I've been doing is reading since I last talked to you guys. I got Chick-fil-A, and then I've literally just been chilling and reading, and I need to finish this tonight. But basically I just wanted to come on here before the sun is completely gone. It almost is, but and just talk to you about Defy the Night. So if you haven't seen it, this is Defy the Night. You've definitely seen it if you've watched this video. But basically in Defy the Night, we follow this girl Tessa, who is an apothecary in the wilds, which is basically just the outskirts of the capital of this kingdom. And in the wilds, people are mostly poor, and she teams up with this guy, and for the past few years they have been stealing the cure to the fever and giving it to the poor. So it's like very Robin Hood of them, and I love that. And the twist, you guys, the twist, oh my gosh, it happened like pretty fast. But the way I was like in shock, like I kind of guessed it a little bit, but like it didn't even bother me that I almost guessed it because I loved it so much. I was like, I love this. I love whatever we're doing here. And then, yeah, basically it's just, it follows her, and then it follows Prince Coric, or Corey, we like to call him, And he is the kingdom's executioner, and his brother is the king. They're very close, and he has a horrible reputation for obviously the things he has to do. He has to torture people, execute them, whatever, but he feels a lot of pressure to do that job, and he definitely doesn't love that job. So he's very like misunderstood, morally gray character, and we love that. And now I'm on Defend the Dawn, and I think I'm 46% through, so I'm almost halfway through, and I honestly think I have less than 3 hours left. I think the timer just like upped a little bit, but I'm already about to be halfway done. And the second book is good so far. I will say there is like some miscommunication, and like, yeah, I don't love that, but at the same time I feel like it's playing into the tension, so it's not awful. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this one goes. This is definitely getting me out of my slump though. The first book was like way better than I thought it would be. It honestly like was giving a 5-star. Like, it's not the best thing I've ever read, but it was just like everything that I needed, you know? So I feel like at least it gets like a 4.75, but when I finished it I just gave it 5 stars because I was like, that's close enough, you know. Good morning. It's another day. We're gonna have a good day. I dried my hair and it looks a little crazy because my bangs are banging, but we're just dealing with it. We're just letting it be. I just don't care anymore. It's fine. Also, this lip stain is the Rare Beauty Delight shade, because everybody sold out the Everyday Rose like lip liner stain combo, but the shade is Delight and they have it, so I went and got that. But anyway, I'm about to go to Books A Million and Half Price Books with my friend from work because why not, you know? I also like don't know what I'm gonna read next. I'm not really sure. I actually put up some pictures on my Instagram for people to vote on my TBR for December, because the likelihood of me finishing a book today is like 0. So also later, if I have time, I'm gonna film my wrap up for November. I don't even know how many books I read. I think I really couldn't tell you. I really don't know. But yeah, I think maybe I'll start Zodiac Academy since it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I just want to like get into the world. I feel like now's the time.
How did I get here?
Good morning, everyone. It's another day. I started the Emily Wilde Encyclopedia of Fairies yesterday, but I really just wanted to like start it to be like, am I even gonna like this? And like I just wanted to read a little bit, and I honestly think it would be really good. It's just definitely like a cozy fantasy, and I think I want to save it for springtime because it's giving just like so whimsical and like, I don't know. I want the flowers to be blooming. I don't know. It's just giving that vibe. So I'm starting Bridge Kingdom because this is one of the books that my Instagram followers voted on, not knowing because it had only emojis. But I've heard such good things about Bridge Kingdom. I've had it since the summertime, and I think there is kind of an enemies to lovers aspect, but basically there's like a warrior princess, and I'm like, that's the vibe that I want right now. Like, I want a good high stakes fantasy. So that's the vibe we're going with. We're starting now, and it's raining, and I love it. It's so nice. And I also have rain on my TV, of course, and there's Kitty. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm at work before my shift, and I'm just reading. I literally woke up at like 3 and then read for like an hour and a half, and now I'm reading some more before work. Honestly, like, I'm in my Kindle era. Like, I'm loving my Kindle, and thank you to my broken finger for making me realize that, because now I feel like I'm spoiled. Like, I need the book physically, but I also need it on my Kindle. And I will say this time it was on Kindle Unlimited, so like it would have been dumb not to do it on my Kindle. But yeah, I used to not want to finish books on my Kindle because I'd be like, it's not as important. I don't know why. It just like wouldn't feel the same to me, I guess. But now I'm like, just read it on your Kindle, and then if you really want to annotate it like this, I'm gonna go back and annotate. So I started Bridge Kingdom, and I'm 51% through. I only have 3 hours left, and you guys, this is an amazing book, like amazing. So basically Bridge Kingdom, it follows our main character Lana, and I'm like hoping nobody walks by. Everybody here knows it's okay. But she was basically, she has like 12 sisters, or like 11 sisters, like 12 of them or something, and their father, the king, has been training them to basically infiltrate this rival kingdom because there's like a treaty where one of his daughters is gonna marry the king of their kingdom, but he wants them to like infiltrate and like get secrets and stuff. So he's trained them like their whole lives to be killers, essentially, and just like super cunning and like basically assassin princesses, and I love that. And we follow our main character, and I'm not gonna say like how it happens, but she gets to go marry the king, and it's just about her like navigating that. And you also follow Aaron, who is the king of said rival kingdom. And yeah, it's really good. It's really good. The tension is here. It's definitely giving slow burn, like, but I like that. I like how the romance isn't necessarily like at the forefront, because there's really no romance yet because they don't trust each other, and I'm here for it. I am here for the long haul. But I just needed to say, Bridge Kingdom, if you need to get out of a slump but you want to be in your fantasy girly era, you should read it. Nothing I was phrasing in the picture. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep dissociating, but I needed to come on here and say that it's incredible, and I feel like I'm getting out of my slump. We have less than an hour in Bridge Kingdom, and I look awful, and we're gonna lay in bed until we finish it. Got the goods. I'm so excited. I'm really putting in some effort here, aren't I? So, you've made it to the end of the video. Wow, it's me again. First, we have Wildfire. I picked this up. I just wanted a palette cleanser. I felt like a romance would give that to me because I'm just in my fantasy girl era. I've always been a fantasy girly. Whenever I was like reading again as a young adult, if you will, it was always fantasy. It was never really romance. But I still love my romance, and I feel like it's great when you need to get out of reading slump. So I picked this up. I loved Icebreaker, and I loved this one. It was honestly shocking to me. I didn't expect to love this as much as I do. The characters are just so great. Like, they just make you smile, and the male main character in this is so cute, and I love him. I just want to like give him a hug, and he like just seems so hot. He's like that like nice guy, but like hot. I don't even know. There's like no miscommunication in here. There's no third act breakup. Thank you, Hannah Grace, for that. Also, it's literally signed. That is so cool. So I gave this like a 4.5, I think, because it's not like something that I usually read, but I did really enjoy it. I can't even remember if it's a 4.5 or not. It's somewhere around there. That's what I would say. Yes. New Year's resolution, I'm going to get better at rating books. My rating system will be more specific. Next, I picked up Defy the Night and Defend the Dawn. The third book comes out in January. I adored this book. When I tell you I ate this up, and I still haven't finished like going back and annotating it, but I ate this up. Like literally page 7. Why am I kicking my feet right now? Oh my god, I love it. Okay, so Defy the Night is about this kingdom where everyone's dying of a fever, and the cure is moonflower, and moonflower is very coveted, like sought after. Only certain regions of this kingdom grow it. certain parts of the kingdom are also like more immune to the fever than others. And our main character, Tessa, she is an apothecary, and she basically acts as a Robin Hood and steals from the rich the moonflower to give to the poor that are sick and dying because they can't afford the cure to this illness. Sounded a little bit like the US, if you ask me. It's giving insulin. Anyway. Yes. Tessa has a partner in crime as well. It's just so Robin Hood. I love it. I love it so much. And then we also follow the prince. What is his name? Korik. That's a cool name. We follow Prince Korik, who his parents are dead. His brother is the king now, and he is basically like the king's executioner, if you will. He's like in charge of all the dirty work. And you follow him. He's definitely like a classic morally gray character. But the twist in this plot was so good, and I probably could have guessed it, but like I'm not one to want to guess things. I love to be shocked. But the twist in this had me jaw to the floor. I haven't had my jaw on the floor like that over a book in a long time. So this was like the perfect to get out of a reading slump book, especially if you want a fantasy. The world building is not hard to comprehend. The main characters are super like, how do I say it? Like, I don't know, easy to get along with. Like you're rooting for them. You like them. They're not just like basic. I feel like they're cool, and I feel like they're pretty realistic. I will say Defend the Dawn, this was a 5 stars for sure. I will say Defend the Dawn I didn't like as much. It honestly was giving that classic like middle child book. And I don't know how to compare it to the third one since the third one's not out yet. But I just felt like there was a lot of, I mean, there wasn't like a crazy amount of pages, but 429 pages. I feel like it didn't need to be this long, or there should have been something more. There should have been more going on. I felt like we stayed in one place, in one setting, and if you've read this, you know what I mean, for the entire book, and that nothing really happened. The tension like continued. Don't know. There are like definitely parts about it that I didn't love in general, but it'll get you out of your slump if that's what you want. And then we have Bridge Kingdom. This we follow, I can never remember anybody's name. We follow Laura, and she is one of the princesses. There's like a bunch of these princesses that this king has like raised them in seclusion to train them to take over this rival kingdom that is just like super powerful, and he's so jealous of them. They've had this like rivalry going on for a long time, and he basically uses his daughters to train them as assassins and put them through this like rigorous training program, and they don't all survive the training program. So yes, we start with Laura. Because of certain things, she is the one to go take down this rival kingdom, and the plan is, the reason why they're using daughters is because he wants her to marry the king and basically like seduce him, trick him, whatever have you, all of the above, and sneak information back to her father so that they can take over this kingdom, because they're just like an impenetrable fortress or whatever. So I did read this, and I read the second one. I will say I like the first one better than the second one as well. And this one's like a duology, but there's 2 more books or 3 more books that is like a continuation, but they don't necessarily go together like a series. They're kind of just like yeah, whatever I mean. But this was a 5 stars. I actually really liked this. I know a lot of people love Bridge Kingdom, and I'm so glad that I finally got to it. It's a perfect like winter vibe, if you will, and it's not even necessarily like a wintry setting. It's really not at all. But I really liked it. I really loved this enemies to lovers. It was such a classic enemies to lovers, and I do feel like there could have been a little bit more of like kicking my feet aspect, especially when it came to the second book. I will say the second book was just like, it honestly like hurt a little bit, for good reason. Yes. highly recommend that as well. And then lastly, I picked up Never. I already told you guys in the beginning of the video, spoiler alert, that this has put me in a reading slump again, but I think that's more of just like an emotional slash I've been working a lot slash it's the winter time, everything. I'm just a little brain dead right now, if you will. So Peter Pan retelling by Jessica Hastings, that's really all you need to know. Yes.